Yo, this your boy Sauce, and you're tuned in to His, Hers, and the Truth podcast with Nika T and Steph G. You're listening to my new single, All For Me, featuring Monte Ray, available now on all streaming platforms.
Illegal features, face should be on a wanted poster. Let me show you a good life like a man supposed to. Lay you down with some good pipe.
What up, this Steph G.
And this is Nika T.
And this is
His, Hers, and the Truth podcast.
What's up, man? David Ruffin back in the building.
Whatever, bro.
I missed y'all.
Whatever.
You want to go ahead and tell them already? This is going to be
This is the last episode of the year.
Woo! I got shit to do, y'all.
Because he celebrates holidays.
Because I like to give my child a happy holiday from my end, you know. Everybody.
Why you gotta say it like that? Like I don't
give.
give my child happiness or something.
Why would you equate that to you? See, that's
because the way that you said it made it seem condescending. But okay, continue.
No, I just want to spend some time with my daughter and do stuff like that. And
I understand.
I miss my Christmas days when I was a kid. We used to have like a big ass garbage bag of clothes. I just wanted to keep them in there and just throw them out. I want no fucking clothes for Christmas, man. Not at the time. At the time, it was kind of like, nah, bro. I want the Super Nintendo. I want the Buzz Lightyear. Oh, speaking of, I seen the motherfucking Buzz Lightyear at JCPenney. I might go get that mug because it was nice. It was fire. Why?
Was it like life size Buzz?
Yeah. What's life size though?
Life size is
the size of me.
Life size.
The size? No.
Okay.
I would hope it's not the size of me.
I'm trying to figure out like. Was it like an action figure? Was it like a stuffed Buzz?
No, it was an action figure. It was kind of reminding of the one I had when I was a kid. And I was going to let Skylar get it. I might go back and get it. Because then we were going to watch. Because she got Jesse. She got Woody. And she get Buzz. It's a wrap. She good.
She got everybody. She good.
She straight.
She at least got the main squad.
The main motherfuckers. Or else I keep it for myself and keep it for a little model. That's what my mama used to do. We had a Batman toy. Still ain't seen it to this day. Motherfucker was in the box, just sitting there collecting dust. And I guess they wanted to sell it as we get older.
If it's a collectible, a lot of times they're worth.
Yeah, but what do you think? How do you know what's collectible? Like, weren't Beanie Babies collectibles?
Yeah, and the hella rare ones are, I'm sure, worth a lot of money. Like, just think about it. I saw not too long ago on Facebook, motherfuckers was selling Pokemon cards and selling them Pokemon cards.
Man.
Niggas was selling them for tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, because, when you used to have a holographic, that's what it was. Holographic ones, I had the Arcanine, whatever. The bird, the blue bird.
Yeah.
That was 5th grade.
I know.
I had that motherfucker. And then I traded them. I was like, because what's crazy was the people at school would really take your Pokemon cards and keep them. I'm like, bitch, no, this is money. I'm trying to make some money. Chill out, man. This don't make no sense.
Shit, motherfuckers thought them motherfuckers was priceless back then. Shit, just think about what they worth now.
Yeah, I know.
That's a lot of money.
I know. I started.
You know what I could do with $10,000? You know what I could do with $10,000? A lot.
You know, I was thinking about that. You know what's crazy? Somebody had got an unemployment check for about $10,000, and in my mind, I just felt like you gonna blow that shit.
I know how they did, but I wish I got in on it too.
Really? We don't talk about that over there. Yeah, man. So, if a nigga had 10K,
all the scammers.
He came late to that other one though. He was like, Damn, they still out here. Let me circle back to get that stack. Let me circle back to get that. What was that, man? Like,
Oh, I heard it was like a loan.
Apparently it was supposed to be like a loan, but what I'm thinking what it was is he was probably just doing it for the students at his school, and they got out to where they was just giving out money, which wasn't the case. And so,
it was like a big post though that said bring your ID and your social security card. I ain't finna do that.
I don't know. I just know I woke up one that morning, drove around the block. What is this? Niggas standing outside since 7 o'clock.
Long ass lines.
Man, yeah, nah, I ain't gonna.
3 o'clock that evening. Niggas are still
But see, it make me kind of question, like, is it that many people in need, or is it that many people in greed?
I think it's that many people in need, cause
I do too,
I
but I
mean,
question it.
like if people are working and people are only making, let's say they're making $700 every 2 weeks.
That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, I need what I can get. So that extra 1,200, yeah, gonna run that. You know what I'm saying? And then
I feel that.
now they talking about giving out 600 after what 9 months of. It's horrible, man. And it's like you digitally, well, for most places, you just digitally keying it in and just sending it to an account. Why is it so hard to just send some money? But it is what it is. Government don't care. We know that. We knew
Take
this.
that up with the Federal Reserve.
Man,
Just
I
take that shit
feel
up
like
with
that too.
them.
Like, you just giving people a job with a title somewhere to. I don't know.
I think it's all a bunch of bullshit.
I
But,
just
hey,
wish the best for people.
you gotta live the best life for you, whatever that may be.
Man, but that might be hurting somebody else's life.
Unfortunately, we in a time of survival right now. Like
It's robbing season, as Atlanta
everybody
says.
is in survival mode.
Right.
So a lot of it's unfortunately, and I hate that the world is like that now, but unfortunately, this is killed or be killed. Kill or be killed. Plain and simple.
Speaking of, I need to go get me some more ammo. And folks been buying up ammo. They got a sign on that.
Like a motherfucker on that shit.
Yeah,
That shit expensive as fuck.
I swiped the credit card. That's alright. I'll be alright. I'll be paying shit off anyway.
Thanks.
That's like right now. You know what I'm saying? You get paid, then it'd be like, all right, let me do that. What I got left over. All right, let me calculate how much I'm gonna use to eat throughout the week. Probably only about $20 worth now.
Man, we just sat down and redid our budget, and like we didn't had to go to a more strict budget. But shit's
You know what's
real.
crazy? I would go over my numbers financially, but I never budget. It's kind of like a lot of times I talk myself into I don't need this, and I just won't do it. And I know probably budgeting would help me with like whatever financial goals I would have, but at this moment it's kind of like whatever I got left over, I know this amount I'm gonna need for the rest of the week, and the rest I'm just throw it in there.
Right. And see, I think for me it's kind of like the budget comes into play because of when you think about the things that you have planned for the future, you kind of got to get a rein on that. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, when you go from a 1-income household to a 2-income household,
That's the come up. What a cha-ching at? What a cha-ching at?
It ain't one on there yet. I ain't programmed it in there.
Well, that's gonna be the animation.
I got
Add
you.
that cha-ching.
But
that big dog came in. I'm about to bring in the bag. I'm about to bring in the sack, baby.
Cut it out. But no.
Drop it off on the porch and leave.
Like when you go from that to a two income household, you kind of get luxuries that you didn't have at first. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of afford some luxuries that you didn't have at first, but when you trying to take your life in a different direction, sometimes those particular luxuries have to be cut back in order for you to prepare for what's coming up. So,
and that much I do and understand. Um, and I think just in my situation, it's just like everything goes to debt because I have like close to my full emergency fund, but it's like I want to keep what I have, paying off debt, and then still throw a little bit in there, and then once I get there, it's like get out of debt, then putting all that into my emergency because I want to have that fuck you money. I need fuck you money, even if it's simply just you know what I'm saying. I quit.
exactly.
I need to have that because you know what I'm saying. I ain't trying to personally. I don't want to be without it, and then it's like all right, I really have to. I guess focus on eating noodles all week, all day, every day.
I think it's doable to still maintain your lifestyle. Like, and when I say luxuries, I mean in like when we go out to eat. Like our thing is eating out versus cooking. When you can go and buy groceries for the cost of what, like me and him alone, depending on where we go, we gonna spend $50 on a meal.
Separately or together.
Together, we're gonna spend $50 on a meal.
That ain't bad though.
But if we eat out, 2 to 3 times a week, that $150 could be going elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like that $150, we went to the grocery store and bought $175 worth of groceries
And
for
then
a
went out to
whole
eat.
week. No, for a whole week.
I know I do
Wait,
that.
did we go out to eat? We probably did grab some food. Because I'm one of them people that's like, I hate grocery shopping and then cooking right after I done grocery shop. I don't want to do that shit. Fuck that. Fuck that.
I mean, yeah. That makes
And I'm
sense.
pretty sure every mom in the world, every wife in the world feels that, nah, I'm not going grocery shopping and then cooking. Fuck that. Fuck that. That is just insanity.
Even if you get help in the kitchen?
I'm not doing both.
What if you did?
I'm not doing both.
Listen, hold on. What about if you did grocery pickup and then cook?
I'll do that.
Okay, because that's usually where it's at now. Well, no, it's a good balance now.
Because I'll show order my groceries for pickup.
If it's all the same, you know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is spend more than what $30, $35.
$35 and up, and it's free pickup.
Yeah, pickup.
You just gotta schedule in enough time.
Yeah,
you gotta make sure.
As long as you handling it right, it should be fine.
But
you know?
that's the lick right there.
Damn, man.
Did you ever think in life that these would be the types of conversations we having?
No.
Like, we get excited about grocery pickup options.
I literally get excited going to at home.
Bro.
Cause I like the little furnaces they be having for outdoors.
I kid you not.
Oh, my mama. I was like, bro, I'm finna get one. But then, like, man, yeah.
I kid you not. We
Today
sit up in the bed and be looking at stuff for the house. Ooh.
Today would have been the perfect time to get a outdoor furnace little thing and just have you some drink and just chill.
Just chill.
I'll be fucked up by nobody. But that's alright though. I'll get it one day.
We like grown motherfuckers.
Yeah, man, we getting old, huh? We literally just talked about midlife crisis.
Don't remind me. My 30 equinox is coming.
Aren't you excited though?
Mm-hmm.
What could possibly
I have
take
mixed
away?
feelings.
Why? What is it mixed, or are you unsure about?
Just for me, I have had personal goals that I wanted to accomplish before hitting 30.
Mm-hmm.
And some of those have not been accomplished. So it's kind of like I got to get my shit together, and when you get into a place of I gotta get my shit together, your whole world get thrown off. Like everything gets thrown off before everything starts to pan out. And so right now, like at approaching 30, it's like I'm trying to get fuck you. I'm approaching 30. It ain't even
Is it less than
2021
6
yet.
months though?
It's less than 6 months. It's definitely less than 6
I know.
Got 2.5 months left, bro. Well, 1.5 months. God. Anyways, but no, it's really just getting to a place where some more of those childish things that I once did or dealt with, I'm now having to put those things away to say, okay, I need to get serious about my life. I got a kid that's going to be school age next year, and that means homeschooling in full effect. You know what I'm saying? So I got to get my mind right for that. I got to get, prepared for business ventures that's coming up, different things like that. So,
Yeah.
when
I don't think I ever really. No, I wouldn't say that. I did when I was, but it was like teenage, adult years. I was like, by 30, I want to be X, Y, Z. And then I just washed all them shits away as I got older. And it was just kind of like, I'm going to move in the form of progression. Meaning I'm either going to be something that I like doing. I'm going to find something small to start it out with and move in that way so that I personally feel like, I'm working towards a goal.
See, I'm a person that just dives head first into everything. I'm just like, I want to do that. Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, no, I wouldn't really like that. It was just more so a little calculations prior to, going through with whatever it was that I wanted to do. But
Yeah.
now that I think about it, I can't remember what I said I wanted to do. But I know I said I wanted a career by 30. But it's kind of like, now I know what field I want to be in. And it's like, I'm in the field that I want to be in. But it's like, at what part of the field am I going to be
Right. We've had
completely
conversations
satisfied?
about that.
Right. So it's just like, I think the only thing about me right now is simply just having the exact title that I want. And then outside of that,
Titles. How many conversations have we had about titles?
On here?
No. In life.
Fam, we going on 14 years. Every day, every month, every year. So about
titles.
14 times 14? 1,400?
All right, let's move on from that because that was not the right answer.
What was the right answer?
I ain't did the math, but that wasn't it. 14 times 14
Somebody
is not 1,400.
No, I wasn't saying no. Fuck it. Yep. I was saying 14 times 14 or 1,400.
Okay.
Anywho.
What?
But yeah, so, no, man. Long as I don't know. I still go back and forth about the school thing. So I think that's my biggest issue is that, and if I do go, I'm gonna just pay out of pocket.
See, yeah, that's where I'm at with school. But listen. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. As approaching 30, my biological clock is like going the fuck off.
Oh.
And then I want to go to school next year, and then I want to have more businesses launched outside of the podcast and shit like that. I got a lot of shit to do and not a lot of time. 'Cause a year, as we know, can go by like that.
Like this year. We literally was just getting word that we gonna shut down. Everybody go home.
We've
possibly
been
for
shut
2
down our
weeks.
whole life.
Yeah, they
This entire year. We've been shut down this whole year.
we went from 2 weeks to we don't know.
Like my job they keep talking about
they did
well
push it back.
they pushed it back again to April. They was like at first they was supposed to be going back in September, and then they was supposed to be going back in October, and then they was like January, and now they like April. Once they said October, I was like, bro, we not going back into the offices ever.
Because like even in January,
and then the building that we in, we getting ready to evacuate like we clearing out that whole building and moving somewhere else.
So we moving too?
I think so.
Cause I've seen over in Chanel, it's a area where at least a Qual Choice in my company is over there, and I don't know if that's another branch for my job or what, but I was just like, and I didn't even know they was.
They ain't said nothing yet?
No, I ain't tripping either.
Yeah, they've been telling us. They've been trying to keep us in the loop. But
they just send me home.
We own buildings all over the city, and
Right.
we own buildings in other cities too. So.
Well, shit. We've been working from home this long. They was already transitioning.
I was working from home before the shutdown even happened. So
yeah, so you good.
It
But for us, for me, I was going to the office.
Well, yeah.
And so they was already transitioning people to home. So now it's kind of like, all right, if you transitioning people home, we here now.
Might as well leave them there.
Yeah, just leave them there. Save you some money. Save me some money.
It's apparently cheaper to have people to work from home.
It's cheaper to keep them at home.
That's what they say. Anyways, how you feel about this being the last episode of the year?
It's cool, man.
How do you feel?
It's how
do you feel about what we've gotten accomplished? Because though this is the last episode of the year, our 1 year anniversary is creeping on up.
Ain't it like this? When we did the promo.
The promo sometime.
Wasn't it like the 19th?
It was
It was around that time. But yeah, I think so.
Check Anchor, it'll tell you. I don't remember.
You don't remember? You should.
I don't.
But no.
Intro episode 0.
Episode 0. But overall, man, I feel like we've been doing good, man. I enjoy it. I can't even lie, man. It's just so much of it is a blur. It's kind of like, what has been happening all year.
Right.
So
we done been through a whole pandemic. We did not expect a pandemic when we launched His, Hers, and The Truth.
No, not at all. Not at all. And that's the crazy part. It's like, nigga, we went from shooting the podcast, everything was cool, everything was great. Then it went from, nigga, we gotta stay at the crib. We can't be out.
Nigga, how's we gonna do this? Bro, we got a curfew. We gonna have to start recording podcasts earlier.
Yep, we sure did.
Like, our lives done been moved around so much from the podcast. Shout out to Walt Deasy over there behind the camera, cause his life be affected right along with ours.
Yeah. Yeah. Came through on his birthday that time.
Sure did. Today, Deuce's birthday, and he here. They here. Like, shout out. Happy birthday, Deuce.
Yep. No, it was January 19th. We did.
January 19th.
Yep. But them first few episodes was funny. Oh my God. Damn, that was this year. Wow.
That was this year.
That shit was funny.
We creeping up on our 1 year anniversary.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
How we gonna celebrate? We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. I think we need to have a party.
We should, especially. I just remember that broke niggas episode. That goddamn broke niggas episode. Oh my God.
I got into so much trouble.
What is going on? I don't. I was just sitting there here like, do I need to go?
Oh my god. Yo.
Yeah, it's fine. You can leave. It'll be all right.
It'll be alright.
All right,
Straight. We good.
bitch. Don't you be talking about Oh,
That's not what
man.
happened though.
It ain't what happened, but that was funny. Come on, man. Let's get
That
to
is hilarious.
Let's get to one of these topics.
Oh
right
my god. Whew.
E, I got a question for you. 'Cause buddy gone.
Buddy gone.
When
Shut
you
up.
when your
Oh,
girl,
God.
you know, you got the legs crossed and everything. Well,
He out of there. I told him go get in bed.
all right. So say you and your girl talking, right? Y'all venting,
Right.
or she's venting.
Right.
Do you ever struggle with knowing? We'll call it her bitch session. You know, when she having a bitch fit, she want to vent. Do you ever struggle with knowing when to respond or when to just be a listener?
I'm gonna do both.
Has she ever went off on you for doing both?
I wouldn't say go off, but she at the time, you know what I'm saying, whoever it is would say, you know what I'm saying, can't you just listen sometime? I mean, again, I'm gonna tell you how I feel too. Cause then it's like, it's like the question, like, does this just make it look fat? Do you want me to answer that, or do you want me to tell you the truth?
And so you stuck in a hard ass place, ain't you?
So
I-
you want me to say
Has
no?
that question has come up?
No, what I'm saying is
Oh.
it's like the equivalent. Like you want me to say what you want. You want to hear what you want me to say.
That's why you get out of it by saying you look beautiful. you don't answer neither one.
Shut up, nigga. You like,
I mean, it's kind of like I've been in situations where it was she would vent and it was like I'll respond and I'm thinking I'm helping the situation.
No, you're not.
And then you become that's at one moment I wasn't, but then at another moment you're quiet, and then it's like I need some feedback.
But what I've learned and what a lot of people don't realize is men are fixers.
Right, we
Men
believe
are
in
going to
solutions.
look for the solution. Men are going to give you the solution. So a lot of times, and I feel like I try to do this, but I think sometimes I might kind of miss the mark. But in the moments in which I need to vent, hey, I need to go off for like 2.5 seconds. I just need you to let me vent. And in that means I don't want your opinion. I don't need your opinion. I really know what the fuck I need to do. I just need to go off for a minute, and you that person that I need to have with me while I release that energy. And then if I need an opinion, I'm going to say, hey, I'm struggling with this and I need to know what you think. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times women don't realize that we're not necessarily we're the ones that's not really communicating
communicators.
properly, because men are the ones that are always trying to find the solution. So even if you didn't necessarily ask for their opinion, and even if you didn't told them, hey, I just want to vent, in their head, they might not say nothing to you out loud if you come to them and say, hey, I just want to vent. But in their head, they didn't sat here and said, well, you could avoid this problem by doing X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, that's the provider part of a man. The man wants to be a problem solver. We're not gonna be the problem stacker. We're gonna be the problem solver. Okay, we're gonna look, huh? That's how it should be. But
honestly, that's what women want from their men. It's just.
But then you get it, and now you're like, you're not
Exactly.
doing what I want you to do.
you're not doing it in the moment she wants you to do it.
Now, I will say sometimes you gotta judge the situation where if she crying, she been, don't say shit, just
Yeah, man, but
Ooh,
when
don't
you,
fucking tell me it's gonna be all right. I hate that. I hate that.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like, damn.
Don't tell
Do you
me.
want me to tell you it's gonna be fucked up?
No, don't tell me that it's gonna be fucked up. I'm not saying don't give me the hug and all of that stuff. Yes, console me and everything like that. I'm speaking solely for me. That it's gonna be all right. Like, nigga, I know that. I know that. Like, I know it's gonna be all right because shit works out. You know what I'm saying? And as long as I put the work in, it's gonna continue to work out. But my thing is, right now, I'm just having a little weak moment. I know it's gonna be all right. Don't tell me that, cause then I'm just like, why are you? Why did you even waste your breath saying that?
All right. So, what is the proper response
For me,
for you? I'm asking for you. If you're crying or venting about something, let's say it's through text message, right? You send this whole ass paragraph. What should be the reply? Because before you answer, I think, generally speaking, that's going to be the issue for a man. Because if he say, "Wow, that's crazy," "Damn," "Oh shit," that's
the best answer that I can give you is what he usually says whenever I'm venting. What can I do to help you in this situation?
don't take up. And
It's
I know
not,
I asked you.
It's not. It's different. It's different, and the reason why it's different is because in the moment in which you're offering your opinion, we've not solicited it. We've not asked for it. You're putting your thoughts and opinions on us. In the interim, you are coming to us and saying, "Hey, I acknowledge that you're going through this right now. How can I make this better?" Because what you're telling me may not be what I need from you. But if you come to me and you say, "What do you need?" I'm able to adequately provide you that information so that I can get what I need.
Jokingly, that usually involves money, but that's a joke. It'll be, "What can I do? Can you send me $200? This is why I don't ask what the fuck can I do. I'm not gonna ask that. I'm gonna tell you what you should be doing. But no. So okay, even after that, then what else? What's the? If you say it's nothing, I'm gonna take care of it. How do you continue with the conversation? Do you talk about something else to try to
Listen,
take their
if
mind
if
off
she
of
say
it?
it's nothing, I'll take care of it. Then your response is, I respect your stance on that. Just know that I'm here if you need me, and you leave it at that. You leave it at that.
I,
That it alleviates stress on both parts. And if she gets mad at you after you done said that, then she's just a bitch.
I definitely seen a lot of bitch moments then. Cause, but no, that was good. That's some. You can have some clip so we can promote. Helping your woman out with some bitch shit. That's it right
Oh
there.
my god.
That's it.
No, it's not.
Why?
Okay,
So
next topic.
no, hold on. We want to help men out. Don't we want to help men understand how to help your lady and how to help yourself? That is very important because it's too much of a draw between men and women nowadays. It's like, let's see how we can help each other.
Help me help you.
We try to help black people out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be financially, emotionally,
What is your point?
romantically.
What is your point right now? We helping men out
We
with
helping each other. No, we helping man and woman out.
okay.
We have to acknowledge that. The same way we acknowledge, hey, he wants to help me out, but I got this. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all it was, bro. Let's see what else I got.
I think you don't even know what you be talking about.
I do. I just said it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Next.
Anyway, but now I'm going to why are most of us saying who is and who isn't the prize?
Say that again.
Why is there a lot of people saying who is and who isn't the prize?
I mean,
Is that are we putting each other down in those situations? If so,
it's tough. It's tough, and the reason why I say that is because based on experience, honestly, I feel like both are the prize. That's my personal opinion. You
right.
got to have balance, but because one may see or one may look at their experiences and say, okay, well, I've been dogged out by this dude, this dude, and this is what I bring to the table. Well, I am the prize. These are all the other women that have gone through similar situations that I have. Like, it's easy to find somebody out there that's done gone through something you done went through. It's easy. So when you start to get that validation, like, truth be told, I know a lot of people say that the stuff that be put on Facebook is fake, and a lot of people be like, don't take what I put on Facebook seriously. You can tell what people are going through in their life by what they post on social media.
And how consistent they are with the same area of
Exactly.
what they post.
The same thing of what they post. If you constantly posting them quotes about wanting a good man or when you having a good man, what a good man look like, how a good man is supposed to treat you, blase, blase, blase. You and your nigga is either getting into it or you been single for a long ass time and you waiting on Captain Saver. It's just that simple. So anybody can really say, well, you know, I could have gone into a situation saying, well, I'm the person that owns this, owns that, brings this to the table, blase, blase, and then been like, well, I'm the prize in this situation. But then that negates all of the things that you potentially don't bring to the table that other person does. And when you start to look at what you're not bringing and what they are bringing, in a different retrospect, that person is then the prize.
So it's basically just understanding that what your weakness is, that other person can bring it, and that makes them the prize. And what you do bring, you're the prize. And that's what I've been seeing on Facebook a lot lately. And I've been telling people that it's like, yeah, you're the prize from what your strengths are, but your weaknesses fuck up you being not even fuck
Absolutely.
up you being the prize, but it has its ways of not being the part that's attractive.
Exactly.
But then that's when that opposite comes in, and that opposite brings in that extra, parts of that person that makes everything better. So I don't know. I just really get tired of seeing. And I guess it's just a lot of just lonely people say that I'm the prize, I'm not gonna settle, I know what I want. It's like,
I mean, and it's cool.
Two out of the all of those are fine, but it's just also understanding that it's just not all about what you want and what you bring. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, even by you thinking like that, it's kind of like it's not been working lately.
Right.
So.
And I mean, even it's cool to have the mindset of, I'm the prize. This is what I bring to the table. I'm not gonna settle. But in the same front, you gotta realize, like, while you're sitting and looking at this other person's whatever it is that turns you off about this other person and makes you say, well, they're not a prize to be won or what have you. Are you able to look at yourself and say, well, these are the things that are my faults? Like, are you able to look at yourself and see your faults? It's easy to point somebody else's faults out to them, but being able to look in that mirror and see your own blemishes, for some reason, that's hard.
Yeah. And it's kind of like, why Why can't you realize, you know what I'm saying, what your weaknesses are? Why you can't realize your flaws? Why is it that you're trying to cover that up? You know what I'm saying? To seem like you're, you know, on this pedestal.
Right.
And I think that's a red flag for me. It's like if somebody can't at least acknowledge where they have an issue with or where they're fucking up at, it's like I don't want to talk to you.
Right.
I don't want to have no dealings with you, no conversations or anything like that. Because I think it goes beyond just not telling yourself your flaws. You be lying about everything else. So if you not willing to tell yourself the truth, I think you're willing to lie about everything else. So in my mind, I just feel like start checking for those people who, you know, who say that they're the prize, but they can also tell you where they need help at. And
True.
that's just some grown people shit though too. You know, don't be out here.
Like you start to realize how mature and how grown you are when you able to check yourself.
Yeah.
Cause I had moments where I have to go ahead and tell myself, all right, you fucking up. Like,
How do you feel after you tell yourself that? Like, when you tell yourself you fucking up? Is it immediate turnaround, or is it like shut down for a minute and then?
nah, when I tell myself I'm fucking up, I immediately go into, I won't say an immediate turnaround, but it's an immediate, okay, what do I need to do to ensure that this does not happen again? Because if it's something that I have a habit of doing, it's not going to be something that I'm just gonna be like, okay, you fucking up, and I can
Cold
instantly
turkey.
break. You know what I'm saying? So I then have to find methods of going about breaking that to ensure that I'm creating a healthy cycle versus the toxic one that I already have.
Mm.
So yeah.
I think when I'm telling myself that I'm messing up, it's usually like I go into like a meditation mode where I'm just simply, okay, where did I go wrong? Where can I be better with it at? And once I get out of that meditation mode, it's like I'm going to start it now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it also goes into when I say, why wait until a specific day to do the change? Like, whatever it is, it could be something small. You know, if you want to stop being toxic with somebody, you can simply start by saying, let me send out this text message right quick. You know what I'm saying? It's like see yourself make a change first and
Right.
see how you feel within, you know, making a change. So
I feel that.
but I am looking into, you know, what you just said about, you know, somebody analyzing themselves first. And then it might be a few days.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Before you actually hear back from that person and then they say, this is where I messed up
I
at.
mean, I feel like change takes time. Evolution does not happen overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Change takes time. So, in order to create change, you're going to have to, I mean, number one, you're going to have to want that shit bad enough. Because if you don't want it bad enough, it's one thing to just be like, yeah, I'm fucking up and I need to change. But when you get to a place where you like, I'm fucking up, this is what's at stake because of me fucking up.
Right.
I cannot afford to lose what's at stake because of me fucking up. I need to change. And then you get the ball rolling in that manner.
And yeah, I mean, I'll go back and say that's how I learned after my after my first year of college. It was like, it wasn't even myself that did the evaluation. It was my brother. My brother said, hey bro, you fucking up. Your ass gonna be back home after this first year, and it all down the drain. And then once my brother told me that stuff, it was like, all right, I'm making this change
Right.
now.
It's like there go your mirror.
Yeah.
And you sit with it.
And you know, that's like even with you when you be like, you a bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that shit. I appreciate that shit. You know, I do some evaluation thinking. And then, you know, I'm like, you know what, yeah, she's probably right. That was some bitch ass shit. Doesn't happen often. You know, she just likes to say it often, but you know, I do
I
appreciate.
mean, you gotta have some just for good measure, but most of the time when I call you a bitch ass nigga, it's warranted and it's needed. Cause you do a lot of bitch ass shit.
I do a lot of love, man. I love y'all, man. I love
I
everybody.
digress.
But no, I like I said, I do appreciate that. So that alone just, I guess it kind of reflects back to the reassurance thing.
Yeah.
It's like I appreciate the honesty.
See?
I appreciate, because a
It
lot of
might
people.
not be all the lovey dovey shit, but I give you the reassurance. I hit you up and be like, hey, ho, I love you, but you still a bitch ass nigga. You know?
I love that, man. I love you, man. Well, nah,
So damn retarded.
kind of in connection with, you know what I'm saying, somebody calling themselves the prize. I also got to talk about, you know, people accepting, I say accepting, not being the one or being the chosen one for somebody. I don't know if y'all, you know, seen it like through social media lately, but people been getting dissed and, you know, people be doing subliminal messages about,
He
you know,
went and gave her what was supposed to be mine.
it's like
No, bitch, if it was supposed to be yours,
you
you
would have
had
it.
it.
You know
You
what I'm
would
saying?
have it.
If you making somebody better for the next person, I, even though you don't understand that that's what's going on, probably.
I'm trying to get away from that thought process altogether. You making somebody better for the next person.
Why?
Because I don't think that's necessarily the case. I don't think it's necessarily you're making someone better. Number one, if that person didn't want to do better, they might be putting forth that effort or that facade just to appease you. But moving forward, there's going to be, if there is somebody else, there's going to be a let me do for her what it is that she wants. It's never just because you're the one that's like, oh well, I want the romantic dinners and the sweet, you know, the 10-page text messages on the million reasons why I love you and all of that shit. Just because you were the one that tried to force him into doing that, knowing good and well that this man said this ain't the shit that he into. And you kept pushing it. So he started kind of doing it and whatever. But then y'all don't work out and he goes to that next relationship. And you're seeing him show that woman or that next individual some type of love or the type of love that you thought that you were supposed to get. You didn't build that person up for the next person.
I kind of feel like you can introduce that person in the previous relationship to
you learn something from everybody that you've dated. You have learned something from everybody that you've dated. You have learned, whether you want to realize it or not, recognize it or not, you have learned something. Not necessarily saying that it's something positive that you learned. You might have learned something negative, but you have actually had a life lesson with every individual that you've come in contact with.
So then wouldn't that probably prepare you for maybe certain situations, not how you would actually react or how the certain situation would go, but how you probably would react. Like, for instance, let's say in my previous relationship, I was always yelling, let's just say keep it at that. I was always yelling in my previous relationship about you're not doing XYZ, but now she's yelled back at me and said you have to stop yelling, or what I'm saying, you need to calm down and talk to me in a proper tone. And it's like, all right, I didn't do that with you, but now that I'm coming into a new relationship, that last relationship has taught me, okay, I need to learn to talk to somebody in a better tone. Is that me making myself better, or is that
that's you making the conscious decision that that's something that you want to get better with? Just because that person shines the light on you on saying, "Hey, you need to speak to me in a better tone.
right?
Don't yell at me. If in order to get whatever it is that you want from me, don't be yelling at me. Period." You can continue in that relationship yelling as much as you want. But if you meet that next person, and that next person might not even be the one for you, but if you meet that next person and that next person is the one, you're going to be like, well, for this person, I definitely want to be my best self. And if I know my best self back then was somebody, or if I know that back then I was not my best self because I was yelling all the time, then in order to be my best self, I need to make sure that when I'm speaking to this person, I'm using the proper tone. I'm not yelling.
So it's consciously you have understood that.
You have understood the lesson that you were supposed to take from that, and you're now applying it to that new relationship. Because it's not, and my thing is, especially if you didn't leave that woman for another woman, if y'all broke up for whatever reason, and this is the big thing, a lot of times them relationships that y'all sit and say, oh well, he doing everything that I wanted him to do for
With
me,
another
or
woman.
everything that I was supposed to get, blase. But you're not realizing a lot of times these women not taking into account what they've done wrong in the relationship, their faults, what they were not providing for this man, how many times he's probably come to her and said, this is a need that I need met, and she was like, well, fuck what you talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we often don't take into account our faults in that as well, to be able to say, well, I don't, this person is now giving away what was supposed to be mine. If it was supposed to be yours, it would be yours.
And and that's so funny, because I've actually mentioned that to somebody before. They were like, well, he's doing what I asked him to do when he was with me, and I was like, maybe you didn't give him that you didn't give him that vibe. You didn't give him that security, because men do need some security as well, that, hey, you can be vulnerable, you can be romantic, you can be open. You know what I'm saying?
And then on top of that, women oftentimes put out a lot more than men. Like, and that's not even just on a sexual statement. That's not a sexual statement. It was more
Thinking about that.
it's
Shockingly.
more of, women, we open up emotionally so much quicker than men.
But it's crazy, when a man actually opens up emotionally, it throws a lot of women who haven't been through it. It throws them off.
It throws them
and
off,
then
because
they don't know what to do.
And then once he starts being emotional, once he start opening up, now you acting like female. See, I don't get this shit. Either you want a man to be open and sensitive with you and talk to you about his feelings and shit, or you don't. One or the other.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just think, if you know that in your mind this relationship was not really a good relationship, and regardless of what he's now doing with that next woman, because number one, everybody says it, for the first 3 to 4 months or 3 to 6 months of the relationship, you meeting a representative.
You ain't meeting him or her.
So if you see that man going off with another woman, it's a potential that man is, the person that you're seeing right now is just the representative. It's a good chance that he's probably going to go back to his old ways. Now, if he decides that that's the one that he wants to be with and everything like that, then that's that, and he's going to continue to provide that on a consistent basis. But the one thing that you have to learn in that is, number one, the way that if you know that you did not like the way that he treated you, that was a treatment that you did not deserve. And why would you continue to want to be with that man? Why would you harbor those feelings if you know that that man treated you less than what you deserved? Wait your time for the man that you're supposed to have to come along.
They can't wait. They trying to. I feel like it's once you get that title of the relationship, it's like everything that I wanted, that I've been waiting for, I'm gonna make sure I try to get it out of you. And I think that's a lot of people, because when you actually tell somebody that you're not in a rush, even in a relationship, I'm not rushing it. You know what I'm saying?
But what does that mean?
I mean, it could mean a lot of different things. But
one person could say I'm not in a rush, and they could be like, I just want to date for about 6 months before I commit to monogamy.
I'm saying in a relationship.
In a relationship.
So if you're in a relationship and you want that romance, right?
Okay.
But now I'm not in a rush to do that for you, because right now I'm still trying to get a feel of, you know, how I'm feeling towards you on a consistent basis. So it's like I can do something nice for you, but I'm not in a rush to show this romantic part of me yet. I do want to, though.
But that goes into what you are willing to accept and what you're not. You have to know what your non-negotiables are in a relationship, what you're willing to deal with and what you're not. If you know off top you want somebody that's willing to romance you from day one, then this individual,
you got in a relationship then if he ain't doing it from day one.
Well,
or
true,
showing signs.
But my thing is, my thing is, I don't think you should be in a relationship with anybody if you don't feel comfortable enough romancing them. If you saying I'm in a relationship with you, but I still want to take it slow before I show you my romantic side, that's a little weird. But even still, I mean.
So what about, all right, let me ask you this. What about the people who say they want to be in a relationship with you, but they want to wait on sex? Is that weird also?
No.
All right, so
I feel like it's different.
Why is it different? Of course, I'm not saying there's no right or wrong answer, but I do want your opinion as to why that's different.
I feel like that's different because in a lot of instances, romance is tied more to the emotional, and sex, you can have sex without having feelings for somebody. So in a lot of cases, you also have to take into account there are women plenty of times where they done been played by men for sex. Oh yeah, I want to be with you and I want to have sex with you, blase, blase, and then they try to sweet talk and all of that stuff and pretend to be that romantic individual or whatever just so that they could get the sex, and then that's when they switch up. So, I mean, when it comes down to it, sex is really one of those things where it can go with your feelings and your emotions, but it also can be taken away. Romance is all about your feelings.
But having people misuse somebody's romantic side. Like, say a man wants to take you on a trip and, you know, do all this romantic stuff for you, and then it was like, I just got a trip out of this nigga and we done. Is that the same as, like, I know sex plays a part, but it's like, well, it still goes back to people and how they view stuff. It's like, I might view being a romantic person on a large scale because I never did that with anybody else, and I feel some type of way for you. As with the other person, they might say, I feel like sex is that me having sex with you shows extra trust, extra emotions.
Right.
I think is it not subjective between the two? It's like, you value this more, I value this more.
I guess, yeah, you can say that.
So
I mean, I think number one for me, romance ain't necessarily taking me on a trip or something like that. For me, you know, I I'm a flower person.
Right.
You can bring me one flower and I'm gonna be happy. Like that's just who I am. And I find those types of things romantic. If you do something for me that anytime you do anything that speaks my love languages, or you do something that I say I know that I either want, or something that I know that I like, when you provide that for me, then to me, that's you romancing me. It's not some big grand gesture that has to be done in order for me to feel romanced. So I guess whenever I'm looking at it, I'm looking at it from that aspect, not necessarily the aspect of
Right. So when you look at romance, you look at how this could be so simple.
right.
You
I'm
know,
looking at it from how it makes me feel. You
right?
know what I'm
But
saying?
like you say, flowers. To you, a man getting you flowers should be something simple, right?
Yeah.
But to him, that could be something major. You don't understand why, but then
I
that's
mean,
still
but that's just like, okay. I don't know if I mentioned it on the podcast or not, but that's just like me. I love cotton candy. Cotton candy is my shit. Like it's one of my favorite candies next to Sour Patch Kids. Love cotton candy.
just cotton, like cotton. Yeah, go ahead.
It's cotton candy. Anyways, but that's my shit, you know?
And you don't eat
And
McDonald's.
huh?
You don't eat McDonald's, but you eat cotton candy.
I love cotton candy. Leave me alone.
That's your shit, man.
Leave me alone. Let me have the shit that I do like. Anyways, but when he realized that I liked cotton candy, anytime that he saw cotton candy, he would buy me some. And it got to a point where he was like, "Hey, I got a little bit extra today or this week, so I'm gonna buy her a little bit of extra cotton candy." So whenever he brought cotton candy to the house, I'm like, "Oh, you thought about me. I appreciate that." That's just like he brought me a vanilla Coke today. I had asked him for a vanilla Coke a couple of weeks ago, and he was having a hard time finding them.
Really?
Yeah, cause I mean, listen, he was just having a hard time finding them.
They right at the gas station by my house.
Well,
all the
see,
time.
at that time, he would always go into grocery stores and stuff because he would have to go to buy groceries for me to cook that day or whatever. So at the time that we were wanting them, he was not going to like the gas stations to get them, but
I get 'em from Stove.
they weren't available in the stores that he were going to. And so, one day after that, he managed to find me a vanilla Coke and he brought it to the house, and I'm just like, you didn't forget. It's a couple of weeks later, but you didn't forget. I appreciate that. That's so sweet. That's
And I know
romantic.
That's the type of stuff I like doing. And I know it's the small things that matter. Just showing that I remember, showing that I
Right.
listen, showing that I'm considerate of, not only your needs but your wants.
Right.
You might not really need this right now, but I know you deserve something. And so
And I think what a lot of people don't take into consideration is like when you were mentioning flowers is my thing. But what if for him, he's never gotten anybody flowers? So that's a big thing for him. And I get that. But if you're in a relationship with me, one of the main things about being in a relationship is being able to provide my needs as well as me being able to provide your needs. So understandable that this may be a big thing for you and this may be something that you've never done. But if you're saying you're wanting to be with me, you're also saying that you're wanting to step out of that comfort zone that you were once in order to have this relationship with me, and vice versa.
right.
There may be something that I've never been comfortable with, but if he comes to me and says, "Hey, this is something that I enjoy and I would like to do with you, then I'm not saying that as his fiance I'm obligated to do that, but as a person that wants to also make sure that I am putting into him what he puts into me, I have to at least take that into consideration. And if it's not something that works for me, me and him discuss it and we try to find a happy medium or something. But it sucks to say, but it's a necessary. There are sacrifices that have to be made when you get into a relationship with somebody. And some of those sacrifices are your comfortability.
Right.
It's just that.
Do you think a lot of women manipulate the beginning of the relationships?
I think a lot of people manipulate the beginning of relationships. But yes. I wanted it clear that I'm not against the women, because I do know that I talk a lot of shit about women and what we can do better. But I feel like in order to grow, you have to be held accountable. And considering that I'm a woman, I think it's best for me to hold women accountable. I can't hold men accountable, but I hope that the men that I know is holding men accountable. Because I can't tell a man how to be a man.
Right. I was just wondering.
The reason why I made the general statement was so nobody would be like, "Oh, she's just against the women."
You and your
and
Kevin Samuels.
Shit. Yeah, you're gonna be lonely and alone for the rest of your life. You're gonna die alone. Average at best.
I just know when he said you're average at best, he was like, everybody was like. But folks was forgetting that she called herself a 4, a 5. She called herself a 5 with makeup.
You know what? We not even.
She said 6. I thought she said 5.
We not even about to get further into that.
Right. But yeah, I was just
But
no, I mean, I was just wondering, because I know it just seems like when I'm trying to encourage my friends to date somebody, I would always tell them, do this for her, do that for her, do that for her. And they'll never say, well, she
how the fuck
did
do
shit
you
to
encourage people to do shit? You know what? We're going to say that for after the podcast.
For the OnlyFans?
Yeah, that's for the OnlyFans. We dropping names.
I think I do okay, though, with encouragement.
It's not the fact that you do okay with encouragement. It's shit that I can't talk about on the podcast. So we'll discuss this later.
My past is my past. Anyway.
No, this ain't past, my nigga.
It's gotta be past. Yes. When we do the edit, just put the halo. Or when I did, put the halo. Put that for me. But yeah.
Fuck you.
That's fucked up, man. Here I am.
Love you.
Being vulnerable to millions of people whenever millions of people watch this. And I want them to see that my heart is open.
This is why I say people are manipulative. Because he'll give you them sad puppy dog eyes and manipulate the fuck out of a situation. Continue, best friend.
That kind of hurt, man. Why would you say that? Why would you say I manipulate stuff? I think
I flat out call you a bitch ass nigga on a consistent basis. And you asking me why would I say that you're manipulative? I am the one person that's going to be as honest with you as possible about how fucked up you are.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how fucked up am I? 1 being really fucked up. 10 being not fucked up at all.
-10.
I share too much. I share too much.
Bro, I have told you that you share too much. I have literally told you that you share too much.
Anyway.
Literally. You know what?
Let's go back to the year end review before we wrap this up, though.
Okay, because we been at this for about an hour now.
Damn, really? Oh.
Yeah, hour and 10 minutes.
Oh, well, shit. I guess we both don't do resolutions. Any hope for 2021? Any hope towards the pod for 2021?
2021, definitely gonna get more guests. Well, definitely gonna get guests for the pod.
Yeah, because they've been waiting.
I know. I got people that's done hit me up and been like, "Hey, I got a good show topic and I want to be a guest for that episode." So yeah, definitely guest for 2021. I mean, me individually, what I want for my life is freedom.
You're almost there.
Bro,
You're
don't
almost
I
there.
know it? I'm so fucking excited. Y'all just don't understand. Okay. What about you?
For the pod, like you said, more guests. It was something else I've been waiting to do for the pod.
He lying.
No, for real.
He lying.
It was when I told you what I was at Best Buy looking at. I wanted to add something else to it.
You was at
just-
Best Buy looking at some- Never mind. I don't even remember that, but okay.
You don't even pay attention to me.
Because you didn't tell me.
Yes, I did.
You didn't tell me.
I thought I don't
You
think I
didn't
sent you the
tell
picture, but
me.
I told you.
You didn't tell me.
Okay, you right. Not even bullshitting. Damn, I probably ain't even got it no more. But anyway, for the pod, yeah, just adding some more stuff, getting these guests in here, cause there's some toxic stories that want to be shared, and it's kind of like just figuring out what made that person do that. Why did you do that? Are you still that same person now? Just laugh a little at some shit too.
We don't judge on his, hers, and the truth.
No judgment. But niggas can't even cough no more.
Niggas can't cough no more.
Niggas can't cough no more.
It's not safe.
No, it ain't.
Niggas trying to hold in
Look,
they coughs and stuff down there about to die, trying to keep from coughing.
And then even if you coughing in your mask, they're gonna be like, "You don't need to be here, sir. You need to take your ass
Can't
off."
cough not one time. No coughs, no sneeze, no nothing.
But personal goals for 2021, or just something to, I guess, look forward to in 2021. Like we were talking about earlier, either it's gonna be a repeat of a whole lot of bad shit, or it's gonna be a rebuild. So I guess 2021 is gonna be a straight
I think
rebuild.
it's just gonna be all about what you make it.
Yeah, that too. But
I just hope everybody stay safe.
I know some people gotta rebuild their
And everybody
mental
that
state,
I know and love
finances.
make it to 2021.
Yeah.
Cause man,
Shit.
niggas is dying.
Yeah, no, niggas are dying. And what's even worse is just seeing my Facebook friends and their loved ones, especially like their grandparents, parents, all that stuff. It's just kind of like, it kind of hits home, and you try to be more loving to, everybody that's around you and your people, and it's just like, man, any moment it's a wrap. And so you just be more appreciative, and I think
Facts.
that part of me has been more ignited because of COVID, and so just going into 2021 with a bigger heart. What was you gonna say?
Bullshit. Anyways, you remember when I used to call you the Tin Man?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You really didn't stop that until like last year.
Okay.
You had like split moments of calling me that.
Anyways, I was gonna ask because we didn't discuss it on last week's episode. We both had made mention before we started the pod that we had the opportunity to check out Certified Pies.
Oh yeah. Oh my
How did
God.
you enjoy that?
Fire.
What?
Like
Which
you,
pieces?
I can't help but say that. Damn.
Listen.
That was some good. That was some good food.
What pizza did you have?
I had the is it Boss Hog?
Mm.
Yeah, I had the Boss Hog. And that shit was just amazing, man. You know, it was. It was good, and I had the Boss Hog, and I had some wings. I think we both had the same wings. What was the name
Hot
of it?
Damn Truth wings.
The Hot Damn Truth wings.
Man, and I want to say that they use Truth Sauce, which is also a black-owned seasoning company.
Really?
Yes. So
Yeah, get some of that.
I want to say, yeah. You done heard about the Truth Sauce, right? Yeah.
My guy Mark, I think that's his stuff.
Okay. So yeah, black-owned seasonings company and everything like that. That's amazing. I had the wings as well, and then we got the Sweet James Jones pizza.
Okay.
And that's the one with the crab. It typically has bacon on it, but I had the bacon taken off. And it got the Alfredo sauce and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
it was good.
I'll probably go.
It was good. Shout out to Harlem and Craig and Samantha, y'all over at Certified Pies. Y'all amazing.
Fine, thank you.
We'll be sure to shout Certified Pies out in the show notes and on our Instagram here real soon. So yeah, y'all be on the lookout for that if you're in the Little Rock area.
You got anything else you want to talk about?
Or
give
again,
somebody a shout out to
artists, if you want to be featured on the intro of His, Hers, and The Truth podcast, send us a DM and let us know, or send us an email at hisherspodcastradio@gmail.com, and let us know that you're interested, and we're going to get you in. This week is the last week that we're going to be running S.O.S.S, all for me. Y'all can find him on social media at TheRealSauce501.
Hey.
And when we come back in 2021, I got another artist that'll be coming through on the intro. So
I like
stay
this,
tuned.
man. You had a great idea getting the artist for the intro.
Independent artists.
Independent. Not the Chance the Rapper independent. But
Not the Chance the Rapper independent. Okay.
Yeah.
Agreed. But yeah. So I mean, we would take Chance the Rapper if he wanted to endorse His, Hers, and Truth podcast. You know, we'll definitely take him. Not saying that you're not welcome, but we definitely want to open our platform to independent artists that are trying to get.
Is there
their
anybody in
names out
particularly you want to hear the podcast? Somebody you really like fool with? Like it could be a celebrity, you know.
Crit.
Okay. Oh.
Like I literally want to sit down in a room with that man. Just to have a conversation. I'd love to sit down in a room with him.
That would be dope.
Yeah.
We should have got them backstage passes.
You know, I think we probably have to take advantage of shit like that moving forward.
Especially now.
Yeah.
Hey man, here's a little
opportunity.
T-shirt.
His, Hers, and Truth.
Gonna hit that follow button. Or
Appreciate it.
Hey, just log in and share that right quick.
Just share it right there. But yeah.
All right,
anything else?
No, that's it for me.
So on that note, that was his truth.
And that was her truth.
And somewhere in there is the real truth. We'll holler at y'all
2021.
in 2021.
Baby, girl, you know you're all for me. Know you're all for me.
I feel a little bit.
Really didn't know what to expect from us. Went on a couple dates, now we all booed up. Your ex left, you a mess, I'm here to clean